Hi everyone, I haven't made a video in a really long time because that's just how I roll. I just make them as and when I fancy it. Cool, so like most of you, I imagine, you're probably all raiding online websites for yarn and things, and I am no exception. I tried to resist for ages partly because I needed to save money, because my income was a bit uncertain and it's less so now. And also because I didn't know how reliable some of these online sites are, and you always have that kind of trepidation a little bit ordering from new places. But anyway, to cut a long ramble short, the Hobbii adverts on Facebook finally got me, and I've seen a few of my favourite yarn channels and people have ordered from them before, and obviously during normal times their shipping is quite quick. So I was like, well, okay, it's probably going to be a bit longer this time, but I'll give it a go. Like they have this, they're like DFS. If you live in the UK, they have this permanent sale on all the time. So anyway, I thought, okay, I'm going to get some bits. So I did, and it's not a massive haul. So if you think it's going to be like 10 boxes of stuff, like bag a day, God, I wish I could haul like she does. Holy shit. But anyway, it's just a few bits, so I'll show you. So firstly, I got their Dream Color 100% wool. Now, one thing I will say, and this is purely my own perception, and it's not in any way a criticism of Hobbii whatsoever, is when I got this yarn, I looked at it and I thought, God, that's tiny. No way that's 100 grams. And, it is 100 grams, but like the way I pictured it in my head and the way they picture it on the website makes it look bigger than it is. But anyway, this is it compared to my head, so it looks small. But anyway, this, believe it or not, has 400 meters on it. And again, I look at this and I go, that doesn't have 400 meters on it, but it does. Apparently it does. It is a 2-weight yarn, so it's a fine / sport weight. It is 100% wool. It's lovely. Oh my gosh, so nice. If you're allergic to wool, don't buy it. But it's lovely, and I would wear this against my skin happily. It's a little bit fuzzy, wool always is, but it's a beautiful, beautiful yarn. The colorway is fantastic. They had kind of limited choices because obviously it's their sales stuff, so they're just trying to get rid of it to get new stock in. But yeah, the colorway is beautiful. This should be, from memory, Wild Berry. I don't have my list in front of me. I should have done that really. But anyway, this is Wild Berry, and I got 3 of them. Let me get the other one. So I got 3 of them. So, in total I've got 1,200 meters. So I may need to order one more, but I am going to make a jumper for myself. Just like a thin spring summer weight jumper. But yeah, it's really nice, beautiful, beautiful yarn. It was $6.60 a skein, so it's not the cheapest yarn, but you know what? For 400 meters, $6.60 is pretty good, I think. So yes, this is beautiful, and like I could squish it, and like the colors, like the blue in it, there's like a bit of purple, like a sort of periwinkle almost. Kind of hard to see. The camera makes it look a bit more blue than it is, but it's a bit more periwinkle. And then this sort of beautiful brown rust kind of color. It's really it's a beautiful combination, and the colors offset each other really nicely. So I super love this. So yeah, so I got 3 of them, which is awesome. And then next, this is another one that, again, perception-wise, thought it was the skein would be bigger than it actually is. But this is Bumbo Lux. Also, can I just titter at the name slightly? So this is 50 grams. This is 130 meters, and again, this is how big the skein is. It's for me, I look at that and go, that's a 25-gram skein, but that's just my perception. Again, that is nothing to do with Hobbii or how they've advertised anything, or that's just how I pictured it versus how it's turned up. But yeah, there's 130 meters on this, and this is a 50% acrylic, 50% nylon. Makes it super, super soft. Oh my gosh, So soft. I'm probably going to order more of these actually, because they are so soft. And again, we'll, like, when I get more, and I will need more, this will end up being a jumper or something, probably a jumper. Because random tangent time, very quickly, I realised the other day, like, I do a lot of crochet and like the odd bit of knitting here and there, and I realised that since I started crocheting basically all the time last year, I don't make anything for myself, like, ever. Like, everything I've ever made tends to be for other people. Every blanket I've ever made, like, I've just finished a shawl, like the virus pattern shawl, because it seemed like the thing to do because we live in viral times. And I plan on giving that to somebody, I don't know who yet. And I realised actually that I've never made anything for myself apart from one sock, which I need to frog because the length of the foot is a bit too long. Yeah, so I was like, do you know what, I'm gonna make something for myself. So if I don't order more, which I'll tell you why I might not in a minute, not for bad reasons really, I may use this as like the cuff and collar for this. So it'll be, you know, sort of, which I think they kind of go. I think that'll kind of work, I think. Anyway, I bought 4 of these. So I've got 4 times 180, so like 520 meters of this stuff to play with. So, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful, deep royal purple, like aubergine eggplant. If you live in the US, you know, it's, and oh, it's lovely. Like, this is very nice. Like, I mean, you could easily make like a baby thing or like a scarf or a shawl, or, you know, like, this is lovely. Yeah, I already told you the weight on this one. This is a DK, and I believe it's chain spun from the look of it. The other one was just normal ply, but this, if you can, my camera will, it sort of did it for a second there. Come on, camera. Come on, focus. There you go. So it's, oh, no, it's been a dick. So it's chain spun, as you can see. But yeah, I would say, because the recommended needle size is, yeah, 3.5 to 4.5 mil. So this is a 3-weight DK light worsted, however you want to call it. Okay, and finally, and again, this is my perception. I got a yarn cake, and like all the yarn cakes I've ever seen, ever, are all quite big. They're all like, you know, around about the size of my head. And then, so I thought, cool, I'll get one of these Cotton Kings, like 4-strand yarns, because they look kind of interesting. It would make a really good shawl, and I really want to make the Lost Souls shawl. And a nice cotton shawl, it would be really pretty. And the thing said, you know, 200 grams, 800 meters. And I was like, damn, that's going to be a nice big cake. It's going to be awesome. And like, it's this big. So like, again, like, that's my perception, completely different from what reality was. But I don't doubt, like, it feels like it's 200 grams, and I don't doubt that there is 800 meters on this, but it's this split, like, four strands. It's not plied together. So I don't know how I'm going to get on with it. I don't know whether I'm going to crochet it and throw it out the window because it, you know, split on me or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, this is in Rock Crystal colorway. So it's like this white, grey, and then black gradient, but it's kind of like a violet grey, rather than like a, so it's a cool grey, which works with the colour tone. And I think there's like a, oh, there's like a sort of mid-tone, well, lighter kind of silver grey, and then this sort of violet grey, and then into black. And again, they're quite limited in their colour range, because they're on sale. I believe this was £9 from memory. That was £6.60. This wasn't that expensive. I think it was like £2 something. It wasn't very expensive anyway. I'll try and link to everything I bought down below so that you can see. But yeah, so this is also a 2-weight, as you can see, 200 grams, 800 meters, or 874 yards if you're working in old money. And yes, you can use this with a 3.5 to 4 millimeter hook, or 2.5 to 3.5 millimeter needles if you're a knitter. But yeah, I just thought for the Lost Souls shawl that I want to make, which is the one with the skull pattern, I just thought, yeah, this will be really cool. This will be really nice, and spooky. But yeah, this is really nice, 100% cotton. It feels very nice, I have to say. And I wasn't, because I've got a few 100% cotton yarns. Some of them are softer than others. Obviously, this is, I guess, because it's thin, like it's 4 thin strands, it's probably will feel a bit, that's probably why it feels a bit softer. But one thing I do like is the fact that it has this little starter tab, because it's a center pull thing. Obviously it's cake, and I like that it's got this just easy start tab. I think that's genius, and I wish all cake yarns, in fact I wish all yarns, even ones that came in like balls like this, I wish all yarns came like that. How much easier would that be? Seriously. Dear yarn companies, manufacturers, wherever you're based, Turkey, China, whoever you are, please, 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 if you're watching, design your skeins, all of them, no matter what shape, with this center pull tab. It's genius and will make all of our lives easier. Anyway, that's my hobby haul. It's a very small one. I know I've managed to stretch this out for 12 minutes and I'm about to make it slightly longer. You can click off now, that's fine, won't be offended. But I hope you enjoyed it. And oh yeah, I was going to say, so shipping from Denmark to the UK, this like now during the COVID-19 times, I ordered it approximately two and a half weeks ago, something like that, about 2 weeks ago, and it arrived to me on Wednesday. It's yesterday, and it's Thursday now. So it arrived to me. So yeah, it's just over 2 weeks. About 2 weeks to get to me, which I expected. I knew it was going to take a while. I mean, admittedly, I was hoping it would get to me a few days sooner, but yeah. So for that reason, I think when I said before I might not order from them again, at least to get more of like this stuff, it's just because of shipping times, and that's not their fault. They're working on a skeleton staff, and they, you know, to their credit, they do communicate this really clearly when you're ordering. You know, they say this will take a bit longer because of, you know, they're working on with a skeleton crew in their warehouse, and obviously they've got to be really safe and careful. So like, that's not in any way like a bad thing. I'm not slating them. I'm just saying for my own impatience, because it's a really beautiful yarn, and part of me wishes I'd ordered more. So yeah, shipping was really cheap. It was like I want to say it was like £5. It was like five. Yeah, it was like £5. It really wasn't. It was, yeah, £4.95, and if you spend over £59, you get free shipping. And I was super tempted to just spend the extra, because I think I spent about £40 in the end. And I was super tempted to just say, fuck it, spend an extra, spend the extra like £19 and just get free shipping. And I do wish a little part of me thinks, yeah, you should have just got a couple more of each, but never mind, it doesn't matter. If it really gets down to it, I will just order more and just wait, and that's fine. Anyway, so on a random side note, as I said, if you don't care anymore, just click away. But I really wanted to just quickly share a recent yarn discovery of mine, when I ordered from another place called woolwarehouse.co.uk, which I will order from again, and I'll probably talk about in my next time I make a video. Anyway, I got a blanket commission. I made a blanket for somebody, and I decided to try this James C. Brett chunky with merino, and I love it. like this is like from now on probably will be my go-to blanket making yarn. Normally I use like, well, I'll use any variety of yarns. I've made them out of DK, and actually a lot of them I made out of DK or like worsted weight, but I think just for sheer ease, I'm probably gonna do more like chunky weight yarn. So this is so good. Oh, honestly, like, again, if you're allergic to wool, this ain't gonna be for you, but oh, it's really good. So this is 70% acrylic, 20% siliconized soft polyamide, which is probably why it feels so soft and silky and beautiful. Oh, but if you're a real texture person and you really like, you have sensory issues or anything like that, you will really like this. And it's got 10% merino. It's machine washable on a cool wash. Don't tumble dry, lay flat, blah blah. And it's, you know, you can use anything from I would say like a 6mm would be the standard, but I mean you could use a 5 or an 8 if you wanted something a bit more loosey goosey. Yeah, so I just really wanted to recommend James C. Brett Chunky Merino, and this was only from Wool Warehouse. I believe it was like $2.95, I think, for 100 gram, and you get 150 meters per skein. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful yarn, and I love it, and I recommend it, and you should definitely get some. Anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. So, I hope you enjoyed my little Hobbii haul video and found it helpful and useful. Would I order from them again in general? Absolutely. They have a beautiful range of yarns. My only thing is that a lot of their skeins are in 50 gram rather than 100, so keep that in mind. But they have a beautiful range from very cheap to very expensive. So anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll see you all later. Bye.